The steps of the being are taken with its own feet, for there is no hitchhiking on the journey, and only it is allowed to walk within itself. The phrase, "in the only guidance that should be followed," says, "Leave everything you have and follow me." This being to be followed is not an external being, but the being itself, in its own vibration and rhythm, in a guiding conscious state. Understanding this is a victory, but the work will only be completed through trust in the work guided by the being. Here is the pronouncement of a generous author, who offers the being a fundamental clue. To abandon everything means to value the things that have real worth, and to leave the things that have been acquired and accumulated in their proper place. The things acquired and accumulated do not belong to the being. The manifested being possesses nothing of the manifestation, and any attachment to anything apparent imprisons it in that appearance. Following the pure state of the being frees the being. To impose something on someone is to give value to that which has no value. Loving something or someone follows this same principle. Beware of this trap, for there are few things more misunderstood and misinterpreted than love. Love is unidirectional and will never ask for responses. Being in this flow means letting the flow of beauty and full wisdom run through, this flow being the reason for the application of the force of all forces, born of purity and innocence. This is why the awakened being awakens others, doing so through the unstoppable flow of unconditional love and full wisdom and knowledge, the reason for the unity's existence. This state completely dissolves the being's laboratory and is the final solution, for it conquers all subtlety and penetrates any density. Added to this is the unlimited capacity of the being, demonstrated by the discipline the being applies to the things of the universe when it modulates and disciplines sounds, aromas, temperatures, textures, tastes, and images. And when it transforms things in the environment, giving the being the intelligibility of things, tastes, emotions, and concepts, which is hindered by the misunderstanding of what can and should be done with this capacity. The madman understands the real madness, which is the being using this capacity to incapacitate itself. From another perspective, the madman does not accept, but the being accepts the apparent domination of the environment through the apparent domination of its own power as a final project, and that it is satisfied and conforms to this. Transgression, for the madman, is not a transgression. It is merely a natural condition of the emphatic exposure of the pure wisdom intrinsic to the being. The madman recognizes the unlimited capacity of the being through the recognition of a full power. The real madness lies in the misuse and limitation of this power. Therefore, the exhibitions of characteristics from environments uncommon to accepted concepts are not madness. Nor is it madness to report the perception of things strange to the conceived universe. In this way, respect for any definition that science gives to the formation of the universe is consistent with the identification of each being. Science is entirely correct and unquestionable in establishing the standards, mathematics, and physics appropriate to the formation of the universe. Going beyond and bringing visions from this beyond, as new insights to the concepts that sustain the knowledge of the universe, is almost a duty of the madman, whose misunderstanding sometimes arises from the impossibility of applying the same logic of the formation of things to that which lies beyond these things.